Alright guys, it is shoulders day. Trying to film my form, more science-based lifting. Not trying to go too hard, especially on shoulders day. It's more of like a rear delt, upper body movement. But you gotta make sure the joint of the muscle is not injured, so try to focus on rear delts, some flies, a little bit of traps. But the main purpose is to like see our form, see the things that we've been studying and stuff, and try to target the muscle of the shoulders and the rear delts. So I'll show you guys the forms and how I train my shoulders to at least get a good decent like activation in the delts and stuff. So let me do this real quick. So with shoulder flies, gotta make sure you're like not flaring your elbows up like this, but more like pushing your whole arm. You gotta think of it as like if a wall is like right here and stuff. So if you do a dumbbell fly, don't try to do this too much because you're basically activating the traps as much. But gotta make sure you're always keeping that arm straight with a slight bend. And once you go up, don't try to ego lift and try to drop it the weight all the way down. But try to make sure you go slow as possible. Do more strong shoulders, slow as possible, around like 8 seconds. This one part is the rear delt. Very good. Especially if you're not like I used to do it this way. But this one you're gonna do like half wraps. You're not gonna go all the way out here, so you gotta make sure you're basically, not trying to do half wraps, but try to extend it and then stretch it as much as possible. So we're gonna do it this way. And I've seen Jeff Nepper do this a lot, and I feel that my rear delt's a lot better. So it's time to pose down. What did we do? Took steroids? No. Alright, so we did mostly flies, some of cable flies, some of dumbbell flies, some of the machine flies, and all that type of stuff. We also did a little bit of rear delts. And yeah, and a little bit of traps. I don't try to train as much traps. I mostly focus on my weak points, if that makes sense. But we're gonna see how it looks like. Yeah. And I know I'm not that, shredded yet. But posing is good just to, see the detail of the muscle and all that type of stuff. So let's start with, you should call this like the David Lade type of posing when he does this. Kind of like that. But let's try to do, I think, I don't know. Let's do double back bicep. Just see the rear delts. I don't know if you can see it, but let's do single bicep. And let's do front delts. Alright. Now, usually, I try to, I think they have, I don't know what you call it, but they have ballet dancing in that room. So usually I do there like some abs, some vacuum posing, just trying to get that, good stretch in the stomach. But also, I try to stretch at the end of my workout because I heard some, I think it was Hemi Rambod. He was saying in this video like you should, stretch when you're done working out, especially like a muscle like leg day, just to make it more, what do you call it, more, like less sore, I guess. Especially when you train legs and you wake up in the morning, you definitely need to, stretch it out. So, I'm gonna do some cardio and yeah, see you guys home.